but I tried putting pimple patches on, and if I talk, they will come off. But regardless, I am back to work. I've been off for a couple days, but I wanted to talk about February. Like, February feels off, and I felt this last year too. And I don't know if it's because, like, January ends and, like, the whole New Year thing wears off, and, like, Valentine's Day, everybody feels kind of, like, single and sad. Or I don't know if it's because we're almost in, like, Pisces season, like, the end of the zodiac year, and we're about to be... I mean, isn't the Pisces season in March mostly? I don't know. I guess we're at the end of the zodiac year anyways, like, Aquarius and Pisces, that's the end, so maybe it's, like, the lessons are getting, like, more intense. I don't know. I just feel like last year I felt this about February as well, because last year I had all these goals, like I've mentioned before, about being single and doing all these things, and then February came around and I kind of, like, fell off of my journaling. I fell off of my goals, and it always just feels like there's so much happening in February, like, one thing after another. There's just, like, things happening left and right. And I don't know, like, I've been sticking mostly to my goals. Like, I haven't been sticking to my gym routine as much. This week has been kind of crazy. I had, like, family matters to attend to. I mean, I still could have woke up at 5:30 like I always do and go to the gym, but I've just been feeling like I need more rest, and I don't want to do that. So I've just been kind of, like, going with what my body wants. So I went every other day this week, which honestly, like, I was kind of annoyed with, because my body, like, I felt like I wanted to go to the gym. Like, you know when you just start going to the gym a lot and then you stop for, like, a day or two, and then you're just like, oh, I feel like shit, and then you go back and you're like, oh my god, like, I needed that. So, like, that's how I've been feeling, but I haven't really had the opportunity to go, like, consistently, just because certain things are going on. And I just feel like this happens, like, this happened last year too. Like, your routine changes. I don't know, I just don't feel like I have as much control over my life as I did in January. And then paired with the fact that, like, I don't even want to have as much control. Like, I'm kind of like, okay, I can be a bit more chill, I can be a bit more sleepy, I can be a bit more, like, whatever. Like, that's kind of the energy I'm in, which is fine. Like, I'm allowing myself to do that. The other thing is I've been like, eating a lot of candy, which, like, I was trying to quit sugar, and then I kind of just, like, was like, fuck it. So, like, I don't know, like, part of me is like, okay, you've done a lot, just let yourself fucking, like, chill and, like, do what you want for a little bit. But then the other part of me is kind of feeling guilty, like, oh, because I know myself, okay? I know myself, and I know that if I continue giving in to urges and, like, what I want to do, I'll fall off of my goals. So I'm, like, really on a thin line right now of balance, and if I don't, like, get it back together, or, like, get it a little bit more stable, I could fall off, because I've done this before, and, like, this is the longest I've stuck to, like, routine and going to the gym. Like, I've been going for over a month now consistently, which is really rare for me. Like, I've never stuck to the gym that long, and I know it sounds crazy, like, just a month, but, like, it's really hard to be consistent with the gym for a month. Like, it is. Like, especially, like, going on weekends, and, like, I don't know, it's just hard, but I'm proud of myself. I did that. And yeah, I don't know, I just feel like, does anybody else feel like February, like, just has weird energy? Like, I just feel like it has this energy of just, like, I don't know, like, things kind of feeling like they fall apart, or, like, but I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful of the future, though. But same with, like, filming these videos. I, again, had some things going on this week, and, like, I posted 2 days ago. When I'm filming this, it's been 2 days ago. But before, I was, like, filming every day, and then I kind of slowed that down because I had some, like, sit-down videos I wanted to film, and then I was spending my time editing those, and I had a lot of things going wrong with editing, like I told you guys about. Like, every time I try to film, something goes wrong, or there's something wrong with my equipment, like, every single time. So I've just been, like, dealing with so many little things. But at the same time, it's like I'm not really that upset about it. It's kind of just something I'm noticing. Like, I'm not doing this as much. I'm not doing this as much. So it's like I'm really, like, fighting this guilt right now. I'm fighting this guilt of, like, because I feel like I put a lot of these huge goals in my head. Like, you have to film every day, or you have to go to the gym every day. And then when I fall off of it, I'm like, oh, you're not sticking to something, once again you're falling off, even though like I've done so much, like I've had so much progress. But it's just because I'm scared, because I know myself and I know that I could easily like fall off. So it's kind of like I'm watching my back. Like, I don't know, I feel like we often like shame these feelings, like the negative feelings, like example, guilt. But understand that like these feelings are there to protect you. Like, I know my guilt is there to protect me because it wants to see me keep going. It wants to see me like persevere and not like fall off because it knows me. So I'm trying to understand like my shadow self that wants to come out and protect me can also like hurt you if you don't kind of like keep that in check too. Like it's just like a crazy balance that like you constantly have to go through with yourself, of like letting yourself chill and holding yourself accountable. Like it's always that. I feel like I'm always going through that with everything, and it's just something I'm noticing. It's kind of just like I want to see if anybody else is feeling these energies of just like kind of like your shadow self coming back, because that's kind of how I'm describing it. Like same with like me, like I've been craving coffee a lot more. I just feel like my old self that I've done a lot of work to let go of and like accomplish all these goals of like I quit coffee, going to the gym, even drinking. Like yesterday I had the thought of like, oh, like I kind of miss going out drinking, even though every time I go out I hate it. Like I hate drinking. But I just had this thought yesterday, like, oh, wouldn't it be fun to go out? And I'm just like, where are these thoughts coming from? Like I feel like they're coming from something deeper, and that's something that I need to address, because I feel like a lot of the time we have our past self, this old version of ourselves, our shadow self, come up and have like these triggering thoughts, and like I feel like most people like just give into them, and without like asking yourself, well, why am I feeling this way? And I was even thinking last night, like, okay, well, why did I just randomly think that I want to go out? And I was like, okay, I'm kind of missing like that fun feeling of being drunk and just connecting to random people. Okay, so am I missing socializing? Am I missing attention from random guys at the bar? Like, I feel like when you sit there and ask yourself questions and try to like understand why these triggers are coming up, it can help you like not give in to them as much. Like even coffee, like why am I randomly like feeling like, oh, you should just have a coffee? Because coffee feels comforting to me when things are stressful, because that became my new addiction when I like kind of cut out vaping. And so it's like having that thing that just makes you feel like grounded. It's like, okay, so I'm not missing the coffee, I'm not missing the person, I'm missing that feeling of security and safety that my mind convinced me that it gave me, but it's not real. Because anything can give you that. You could be like, oh, this is my water bottle that's gonna make me feel safe, this is my crystal, this is my whatever. Like you could really do it with anything. It's all a mind connection, it's all an attachment. And it's like, if I really want to fill that void, I need to find something positive to do it with, because I don't want to go back to who I was. I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink coffee. I don't want to give in to urges and eat candy. Like I don't want that, but you know what I mean? So that's kind of something that I'm like going through, realizing, and I think it's really important to have these conversations with yourself, because if you don't, who will? And if you don't, you're gonna keep going in circles, and you're gonna wake up and just be like, oh my god, why do I keep like going through these patterns and circles and I can't get out of them? Like that's why, because you don't ask yourself like what's going on. You don't check in with yourself, you don't connect, you just give in. It's like a kid begging you for something and you just give them immediately without seeing like, okay, what is the need that they're trying to get met? I feel like we really need to start parenting ourselves and like looking at ourselves like we're kids that don't have certain needs met. Because when you see it that way, it's like, okay, I can see clear as day what my inner child wants right now. It wants this, it wants this. I'm not going to give it that as a temporary fix. I'm going to actually give it what it needs, which is the real feeling it's looking for. So yeah, I did not expect to go on that little rant today, but I think I'm going to end it there. I'm just feeling like I want to just be by myself a little bit more before work. But I'm so happy that you guys are here. I'm so grateful for all of my new subscribers. And yeah, my name is Sydney. If you like my vibe, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!